Hi everybody, David Harper here. Now, if you've been watching videos on my channel, you will probably be really good now, if not expert, in valuing all things antique. So I'm going to test your skills. There's a cabinet behind me here. We're going to show you it. You're going to get a good look around it. But how much do you think it is worth? I'm going to give you 3 options. And let me know at the end of the video, when I reveal its value, if you got it right. Let's see how good you are. Is it going to be worth £5,000, £55,000, or £500,000? Test your skills. Let me know how good or bad you really are. Right, Charlie, let's see how good they really are. I think they'll be good. What do you reckon?
There's a lot of educated, smart people out there.
There really is.
And you're not going to get many of these to the pound.
Okay, so there's a bit of a top tip. Tell me about it. What are we looking at?
You're looking at a cabinet made 1860, dated here in the belt in the mother of pearl.
Oh, is it? Let's have a look at that.
Museum quality. In the latter part of the 19th century, there was a huge revival of Orientalism, and it became very, very popular in European homes, and very smart and very chic. And this is, I originally, when I bought it, thought it was going to be by Viardot, who was a Parisian maker of Orientalist furniture. But
oh, hang on a minute. So it is not an Oriental piece?
No, it's European.
European in the Oriental taste?
Correct.
Okay. Now, a lot of viewers will instantly have thought this was Chinese.
Correct.
And so they're thinking the Chinese market is exploding because I've been talking about it on my channels.
Yes.
Anything Chinese makes a fortune, but it's not Chinese.
It is not Chinese.
Wow.
So this is European influence, but with the Chinese flavour and taste. And it was called Orientalism.
Yeah.
And this has to be, in 42 years, one of the finest pieces I've ever seen.
Now, hang on a moment. Okay, I'm trying to help my viewers here, Charlie. In 42 years, one of the finest things you've ever seen, you've seen some of the finest things on the planet.
Possibly.
There's a top tip for you watching at home.
It's getting difficult now.
Go on, continue.
So,
yeah.
You had this, whoever had this made, one would have had a very large house. We thought it was by Viardot, the Parisian maker, but one of the world leading specialists in this field assures me it's Viennese. And there are lots of little telltales he pointed me to. But the details, particularly here, David, which you don't see in this, these fire gilded handles are dragons. And
so when you say fire gilded, what do you mean?
Well, just how they gilded the metal. And they use heat to do it.
It's a very expensive method of doing.
And then you've got these lovely Chinamen here.
Oh, I didn't see that. How
there's details everywhere.
Look at that. That's actually a little person.
Yes, it is.
How fantastic. Now, we know the significance of the dragon. The dragon looks fearsome, doesn't he? And terribly evil and wicked. But of course he isn't. He's protecting, isn't he? He's an auspicious...
I wonder, David, if this one was carved in Wales.
Yeah, he does have a little influence.
He does, doesn't he?
Might have been a Welsh buyer.
Maybe he's going to watch the rugby.
And this one almost has a dog face. Look at that.
Yeah.
But I mean, these pieces themselves, Charlie, are literally works of art, aren't they?
Joking apart, they're beautiful. But the whole grandeur and scale of this suggests a large building.
Yeah.
A wealthy industrialist, a wealthy entrepreneur of his time. But these are all, again, if you look at these, are Orientalish sort of motifs.
Right, okay. So we're probably looking at sort of good luck symbols here as well, aren't we? Wishing long life, wealth, health, happiness, and all of that kind of thing. So the Europeans have taken all this kind of cultural interest from the Orient. Yeah, and what would you describe? What is it? What are we looking at?
It's a piece of furniture.
You see, that's a tricky question, isn't it?
In today's terms,
yeah,
I call this an exhibition piece of Orientalist furniture.
Right.
I believe it also had a purpose, David, because this turns into what is escritoire, Now, if that was in a normal piece of European furniture, it'd just be an escritoire.
Yes, it would.
So you have this Orientalist feel, but with a European flavour. This is birch, and then if you slowly pull this out, you're going to love this, David. I have to do it slowly because it's so beautifully built. It's airtight, and then
I could almost hear it being sucked out.
Well, I could pull them all out. We'll do it again in a minute, show you how good it is. So there you have all these secret drawers with the original little silk tags.
That is ridiculous.
So you'd keep all your gold sovereigns.
You would, Charlie.
All your naughty letters you shouldn't have written.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be much more interesting than sovereigns.
Cool. Couldn't it tell a story?
Well, but isn't that fascinating how these things could tell a story if only they could speak?
Just as well they don't. So if I pull this too quickly, Dave, watch this. If I pull that too quickly, that is how well it's built.
So it causes a vacuum.
Yeah.
It sucks it out.
Yeah. So don't tell me that these people didn't know what they were doing. They were brilliant.
That is incredible. And so do you know what, Charlie? Do you think that's a bit of an anti-theft thing as well?
Well, I hadn't thought about it till you just said that, but you know, it would certainly be that, wouldn't it?
Because can you imagine a new servant being employed thinking that's probably secret, I'm going to whip that out very quickly.
Yeah.
Everything falls out all over the place. They've got to do a runner.
Yeah, you'd have to run pretty fast, wouldn't you?
That was... How did you... You've obviously done that before. You've obviously pulled it out too quickly.
I've done it 1,000 times, and I've had the same problem of finding where to put all these drawers.
Well, each one will
one's
be...
numbered.
Wow.
And that says left 3, and I haven't put it in left 3, so if I come down there, we'll be in business.
That is... Come on, Scrumpy, you're getting in the way, but I do like you.
That worked really well.
That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So what are you thinking so far at home? How's your valuation going? Now we've got a pagoda top up there. I mean, that is so Chinese.
Yeah, and then you have, it keeps going, it keeps giving. So you get these mirrors here, which completely throw you. You think it's for putting something in.
Right.
But actually, there's a secret drawer there. Another one here, and then here, that's also, and being in pine, this softwood definitely sends you towards Vienna and that part of Europe.
Okay.
And the satin birch here.
Okay.
But it
So
doesn't stop there though.
it doesn't stop there.
All original leather.
Let me have a feel of that. So all that tooling is dated to 1860.
Yes.
Okay, so you've got a little place for folios, or again, secret letters or whatever.
So, I mean, this one, hold it open. That drops there, that comes down, and you put your papers here. This had a purpose. I don't know what, whether it was for a collector or a man of letters, but it had a purpose. It wasn't just made for fun.
No, it's got to be a collector's piece. Don't you think? A collector's cabinet of some sort? Because that would be a folio of engravings or maybe stamps. I don't know. I mean, it's mind-boggling, isn't it?
And then all these are drawers as well.
Oh no.
So again, these are high. I'm 6'1".
So
it's not just furniture that gets shrinkage.
no. Yeah. Let's not talk too much about shrinkage.
So again, look at
Let me have a detail
Look at
of
the
that.
workmanship. You
see,
imagine
that's-
asking someone to do that today.
Impossible.
Well, I know one person that could do it, but I wouldn't want the bill.
But yeah, exactly. What would he charge for one panel on three-dimensional in mother of pearl?
Well, how many hours is that? Then you've got to do the pen work, but then you have to, excuse me, inlay it into this wood. So there'll be a particular way of doing that. You're looking thousands of pounds, aren't you?
Okay, for
Just
one panel.
thousands.
For
Just for
one
one.
panel. One panel. You're helping the viewers here, Charlie. You're helping them.
And each one of these is hand carved. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the gods.
Look at that.
That's I'm telling you, they're gods. They're not their sages, aren't they?
Look at that. Aren't they just? And the timber there would be, I wonder what that is. Would it be oak, do you think? Or fruitwood maybe?
Fruitwood, I think.
Yeah, maybe slightly softer.
Easier to carve.
Easier to carve, yeah. So we've got cupboards here as well. It's got to be a collector's cabinet, hasn't it? What's that? Is that a serpent?
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, it's a serpent.
Wow, wow.
Which will have a mythical.
It will
meaning.
do. It will do.
Looked it up.
And the ducks here, we've got, what are they? What kind of ducks are they?
I believe they're mandarin ducks.
Okay, so you're an expert in Chinese mythology and cultural
certainly.
references and all of that. So what does the mandarin duck represent?
Going out for a Chinese dinner. But not as costly as this one.
By God, absolutely. Now then, okay, so are we going to get down to price?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You've missed something really interesting.
Go on.
Look at these guys holding it up.
Who have we got here?
Mythical beasts again.
Goodness
To
gracious.
ward away the bad people, I guess.
Goodness gracious me.
Oh, there's more fittings in here.
Have you ever? I have never seen anything quite
I don't think
like
you will,
it.
David. This will end up in a museum for sure.
Yeah.
That's where it should be.
Now, I mean, you introduced it originally as a museum quality piece.
Yeah.
And you're so right. What does that really mean? What is a museum quality piece?
Something that's just totally exceptional for what it is.
Yeah.
Many museums have lots of things that aren't exceptional, but they'll be there for a particular reason or
Like a cultural
representative
thing, yeah.
of what they're doing. This is a totally over-the-top piece of furniture.
Right.
And probably it will head over to Shanghai or somewhere in China, I imagine, in
Right.
due course. But it's worthy of being in any museum in the world.
So that's how we would describe it, a museum quality piece. And it's interesting you say that you think it might end up in Shanghai, because the Chinese, as we know, have been buying back their pieces made for their market, not the export market, for some time now. Are we thinking that now they're buying the very best of European as well?
Definitely. Anything with this strong Orientalist, particularly Chinese in this case, influence. And because they're buying bigger houses, building big houses,
yeah.
got much wealthier, and they're looking for the opulence as well.
Right, okay. And with a bit of Chinese influence just helps it along.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. Are we ready for the price yet or not?
Show me yours, as they say. Go and find another one.
There you go. And what a show-off piece. And that's what it's all about. It is,
Absolutely.
no matter how much money you've got or how much culture or refinement you think you have, if you've got lots of money, it is really about showing it in one way or another.
Absolutely.
And showing great taste.
Yeah.
And this is it. It shows you're very wealthy and you've got
In my view,
taste.
It says, if this is your particular taste, and this is the sort of thing you're looking for, and you want to say to all your friends, I've made it, you buy that cabinet.
There you go. It's a gobstopper, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. Are we ready for the value yet or not? Is there anything else you want to show me?
I could go on all day, David.
You could.
So we'd probably best get to the nitty gritty.
Let's stop him while we can. Right. Okay, so I said £5,000, £55,000 or £500,000. Charlie, how much is it worth?
What do you think, David?
I would have gone... Oh, gosh, that's a tricky one. No, you see, this is hard.
Choice of three.
I think I'm going to have to go top end.
You're spot on, David.
How much is it worth?
£500,000 quid.
£500,000.
That's what I think it's worth. It might be worth more.